It's the Dreamscape.
Welcome back, dreamers, to Indie Synergy Exchange, your podcast for all things indie art and creation. I'm your host, Tanner Geesey, also known as Number 2 Pencil Man, owner of Tanner's Tales Entertainment, and tonight I will be joined by my co-host, Lemona. She's not here at the moment, but she will be joining in at any time, so you might see me go whoosh, and she'll jump in. And tonight, I'm joined by a special guest, Kevin Davies. The audience is excited. We're excited. But before we jump into who he is and what he does, we're going to do our brief promotional stuff. You guys know the drill. You have been watching our podcast long enough to know that we've been doing this for quite a bit. I think this is episode 25. So we've been around for 25 episodes, and the 24 previous episodes of this, I'd say about 22 of those were all other amazing indie creator guests. So definitely go back and check out our other episodes if you haven't seen those already. We've had a multitude of guests ranging from comic book creators, authors, poets, musicians, clowns, professional wrestlers, psychology doctors. There's so many guests that we've had, and if it can be done indie, we will have it on the show. So you guys will definitely want to join us as we move forward. So that being said, if you enjoy what we do, please be sure to interact with our content, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Help us grow our platform so that we can introduce these amazing indie creators to an even larger audience. Get their stuff out there in the eyes of the people where it belongs to be seen, because indie has so much to offer. So again, please consider supporting us. It helps us grow. Thank you guys so much for all your support already, and I think it's time to get into the show. So, without further ado, Kevin, who are you and what do you do?
Well, my name is Kevin Davis. I am an entrepreneur, comic writer, author, and I wear so many hats as I've been told. Um, I've been in the comic industry for about 3 years now, since 2022, and I'm going to be honest, I did not grow up reading comics.
Ooh.
And yeah, I did not grow up reading comics. I just started reading comics around 20. Just started reading comics around 2020 when COVID hit, because I really had nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started falling in love with comics. And funny thing is, I didn't go to like the Marvel DC. I found out about indie comics. I was like, what is indie comics? And I just fell in love with so many indie comics like Black Sands Entertainment, Ace Blade, uh, Sierra Nova Comics, so many indie comics that flushed in my on my feed, and I can't keep up all of them, but this is my nerd era that's been in me that I didn't know that was in me.
That's awesome.
So
Wow. I mean,
yeah.
I resonate with that a lot, because I was into comic books, I'd say, since I was in high school, but I didn't have a very long Marvel DC phase. I read a couple of them, but then I went to my first Comic-Con and I found my first indie comics. Now, this was back in 2013. I don't even know what
Mm,
it was called anymore. It's probably in a box somewhere in storage. I hope I still have it, because I remember reading it and it was just like, this is awesome. There are creators out there that have their own books at these Comic Cons, and I can't get these anywhere else, because at the time indies were, I'd say, still early on in the game, and
mm,
they didn't have as much of a wide range of publications as we do now, which is incredible.
wow.
So I definitely can resonate. I think indie comics are honestly the best way to go with comic books nowadays. So
Mm,
I'm happy that's how you started. Uh, did you? It was
Oh
on your
yeah.
feed, you said, so you didn't go to like a con and discover it. It was
No, I
like
have
brought
not
to you.
been to my first con yet. I have not been to my
Really?
first con. Yeah, I
Hold
have
on a minute.
not
That
been
you're gonna
to.
give me lots of reasons to use our new soundbite today.
Hey, whatever helps. But yeah, I've seen Comic Cons on TV because that's where I watched it, like get the movie trailers
Hmm.
and everything. But I actually never been to a con just yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think when you do, you're gonna do well. I mean, we haven't even gotten into what you do yet for your comic books, but I mean,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, Comic Cons are awesome. Uh,
I've
but
heard
anyway,
a lot.
to get us back, so you started reading comics in 2020. What made you
Yeah.
realize like you wanted to create your own comics?
Ooh, that's an interesting story. Grab your popcorn. Okay, no.
All right, do it.
Um, so let me take you back when I was in high school.
Okay,
Uh, I hated
flashback.
writing. I'm going to be honest. I hated writing. Um, with a passion. You know, you have to write the essays and oof, Jesus
Mm-hmm.
Christ. But I found out I have a gift in writing because when I was in ninth grade, my uh, African American history teacher, Jesus, that's a long title. We wrote our first paper and he grades us from a level 1 to 5, where 1 is
Mm-hmm.
like you need a lot of help, you're bad, basically. Uh, like you're like then a 3 is like you're there, but I want to push you higher to a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And so my first paper, I get back, he says I'm on level 3. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, huh? Because I was very nonchalant. I still am, but I'm not as bad as I was back back then.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he said and he told me you have a gift of writing. I just want to push you farther to get to that college and professional level of writing. And I was like, I can write? Like what? I was like, okay. So that kind of that started ringing in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I still hate the writing though, even after that. Uh, but what really Kickstarter, Jesus,
Yeah.
kickstarted me wanting to write is when I read my mom's first book that she hasn't published yet.
Oh.
It's a murder mystery book,
Mm.
and she allowed me to read it, and I could not put that book down for the life of me. I could not put that book down. I got upset people calling me when I was reading the book.
That's how you know it's a good book.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I could not. When I tell you, I read the book all day and I finished it in a day.
Wow.
I was not playing. I loved that book, and she started talking to me about why she got into writing, and she started teaching me that writing is can be therapy.
Mm.
And because growing up, I had um, a lot of anger issues, mental health issues, trying to figure out who I am.
Mm.
What's like I felt lifeless, if I'm going to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I didn't have any purpose. And so she told me her story about her getting into writing and how writing healed her. And she told me to try it out. And it's like interesting. And so I just like jibble jabble stuff. Like I don't know what the heck to write,
Mm-hmm.
but reading her book, I'm just like I love murder mysteries. I love horror. So I'm just like let me try to write a horror story. And you know I'm a big crime drama, I guess geek you want to call me. Um, and so I was like trying to dribble like ideas and stuff. I'm like, okay, how could I make my own murder mystery that won't be predictable, that
Mm-hmm.
you won't see coming, and that actually can grab you from the beginning with those characters. Of course, I struggled with it for a while, so I kind of got tired. But knowing my mom, she's always taught me to never give up
Mm-hmm.
and to always um, find your spark is the best way I can explain it. Find your spark, and that's where your light will shine.
Mm. I like
And
that.
yeah, and I was like, interesting. And then I just started writing and like trying to figure out my craft in writing, like what to see where my strong suit was. And she even showed me like poetry that she wrote for me and my sister. and I fell in love with poetry right there too. And things just started going in my head. I was like, okay, I'm getting inspired. I'm getting inspired, and like, okay, I want to try this. I'm going to try this. And so I graduated high school in 2018. Um, and I did a scholarship thing I did not tell my family about, where I had to write an essay about community.
Mhm.
And they, I kept it a secret from my family because I didn't think I was going to win the scholarship. Like I didn't think. For graduation day, I won the scholarship, and my family
Wow,
was ecstatic. They was like, "He did what?" I
that's
was
awesome.
like, "Yeah, I wrote like a 3-page essay about community, and that's how I won a scholarship, and that's also how I found my love in writing." And then now fast forward, getting into comics, I wrote my first novel. Um, then I found out about indie comics. I was like, then I started researching. I'm like, how do I write comics? And then I found out you have to write a script and other stuff. I was like, how the heck am I gonna write a script like a movie? And there's
Hmm.
like basically yeah, but it's in a different format. And so I started connecting with people on Facebook, Instagram, Fiverr,
Hmm.
um, trying to like get the idea like how am I supposed to do this? And then I figured it out myself, and I just started storytelling, figuring out what I want to write. And my strong suit is horror and fantasy because that's where a lot of people are attracted to, and I'm one of
Hmm.
those people that's attracted to horror and fantasy. And then my imagination just started growing and growing and growing. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna be weird. I'm gonna get weird and tell my own
I love it.
stories. And then I also told people that I'm kind of tired of like Hollywood with all these reboots and
Hmm.
all these remakes.
Same.
I'm like, there's no originality, and it's like it's really getting depressing.
Yeah,
So I got to the point. I'm saying, why do I have to wait on somebody to do it when I can do it myself? So
I
I
love that.
that's also kind
Yeah.
of kickstarted me wanting to write more and more. And so I got into comics, and now I published 3 comics so far
Wow.
in
That's
my
that's
short three
great.
years.
Yeah.
Um, my fourth one's coming out next month, and I already got my fifth and sixth. Probably like up to 10 comics are getting ready to come published too. So
Wow.
yeah,
That is incredible. And are they all the same series or are they all different
no,
series?
different
Are
series.
they like one shots or are you doing like continuous stories for each?
Depends on how I feel. Because there are some that will be one shots, but there's some I kind of want to draw out a bit to make it a full
Hmm.
series. Like my first comic, Arcfire. Um, uh, Arcfire issue 2 comes out next month, so that story I'll have like 20 issues in my head that I'm planning to get to.
That's cool. And what
Yeah.
is Arcfire about?
So Arcfire is about the character Kithio Arcfire, where he has no memory of who he is, and he's basically trying to find out where he's from, how he ended up on Earth. And you can actually see right here this is from issue 1 where he's in that cocoon thing in the science lab.
Hmm.
That's where he wakes up from and burst out in issue 1. And he kind of like questions who he is and like what is this power that he gains. And as you can see, he has a lot of cosmic power, but he's like he doesn't know like fully how to control it yet.
That's awesome.
So, and this is a sneak peek of issue 2. And issue 2 picks up a few months after issue 1, and you're gonna be he meets a vampire and a witch in issue 2, because he's trying to help them out to find out who killed the vampire Cabell's sister.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool. I like the art too.
yeah. So
That's
it's
really fun.
and so I have like so many directions I want to go, but I'm trying to figure out which one's the strongest one to go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love twists and turns. I'm like, oh, you think this person is this, but they're actually this. I was like, oh, you think that's the villain? Wait till you see this issue. So
I love that.
I've kind of like been teasing. I was like, oh, you think these 3 women, like you saw the 3 women, the sisters right there. I was like, oh, you think they're the villain? Wait till you see the next issues. Yes. So I'm like, I'm not saying they're villains, but I'm also saying they're not villains. So I'm kind of like getting that tease. But I also made a joke. I was like, I can probably make a full spinoff, like my own charm like spinoff with these 3. So I'm kind of teasing. I'm planning on spin-offs of Arcfire at some point.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too because I only have the one comic book right now. Number Two Pencil Man was kind of my debut thing, and that has its own story because it never was meant to be a comic originally. It was going to be a YouTube thing, and then kind of turned into that. And I have this whole storyline now, and I have so many characters, and I'm already like, well, if I put these two characters together, I can do like this whole little fun spin-off for these, and it's like that's one of the things I love about like world building in general because you get so
Oh
attached to
yeah.
your characters, and it's like if you come up with like a fun combination of characters that you want to just tell a separate story for, it's like you can do that. You are the creator of your world, so you can literally do as many spin-off series as you want. And I
Hmm.
love that. I'm a fan of spin-off series, especially if I like the characters when I'm reading it because I'm like I will read that. I want to know more about these guys or this person or this group of people, and that's really cool that you're building that kind of world with
Oh yeah.
Arcfire, and you're very diverse with your style. So Arcfire is going to be your one of your continual series. Which ones are more so like one shots for you out of your comics?
That's a good question. It's not that many at the moment.
Hmm.
I haven't really shared them just yet because I'm still kind of it's like because one moment I'm thinking it's a one shot, then I'm thinking about it. I was like that might be a series, so I can't really
Hmm.
answer that just yet.
I get it.
Um, yeah, I can't really answer that just yet because I'm still kind of bouncing between. I'm like, do I want to make this a series? Nah, do I want to make this? I like so yeah,
You can always do the one shot and then make a series later.
yeah. But the thing is, I probably will forget, so that's what I want to do it. So yeah, but that's also possible. So we'll see, we'll see. So
Sky's the limit as
yeah,
indie
like so.
creators.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, oh yeah.
Well, tell us about your other comics. Since we already got into Arcfire, what are your other projects that are currently out or are coming out?
Well, you can bring up Halloween.
Alrighty.
That's the clown one.
Yes, let me get that here.
Right, so this bad boy. Man, this is funny. This is actually I think this might be my most fun run I'm writing. So the thing is, Halloween is where it started out the lore is twin brothers are called the duplicate killers because they're twins and they're dressed up the same as clowns, as you can see.
Hmm.
But the thing is, those twins actually died years ago. So the question is, who the heck are these people dressed up as the duplicate killers? Are they related to the twins back then, or they have like a cult following?
Mm.
And so the way they pick their victims is they go on social media and just randomly choose whoever they want to target. So it's kind of like hackers gone rogue, uh, just to have the urge to kill people.
Hmm.
And clown people they love clowns and they hate clowns, so they dress up as clowns because that's the easiest thing to wear because you see a lot of killers wear clown masks.
Hmm.
So with this story, I was kind of inspired by like it mixed with Texas Chainsaw in a way,
Okay.
mixed with Scream, if I'm gonna be honest.
It looks like you
So
definitely have the mystery aspect in it.
yeah, so I'm like I kind of want to make it like a murder mystery in a way, and also a bit supernatural. I'll put that out there.
That's a cool
Um,
take.
but yeah,
I like it.
yeah, and this is actually an idea from a friend of mine named Evan because he loves my writing, and he pitched this idea to me, asked me to write it. I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. So he's also part of the project too. So
That's awesome.
because it was his idea, and so I'm just fleshing it out. So yeah.
Yeah, what's that process like for you when you're working with another creative?
Uh, if they're really chill like me, it's very easy. It's like very chill. I'm very chill, very easy to as long as we can like communicate, we don't like butt heads or anything. Like I want everything to be smooth. I'm like I don't
Yeah.
like any type of tension or anything. Um like I'll even with artists before I even try to hire somebody, I always see if I can be friends with them
Hmm.
to see I'm like, can I be friends with you before I even think about a business partnership?
Yeah,
Because I'm
I get
like,
that.
especially if I love your art, I want to think like I want to work with you long term, but I want to see if you're chill that I can be friends with you as well as a business partnership too.
Hmm.
So yeah.
I can relate to that. I befriended Frey like over the course of 3 years, and now he's working with me on my comic. So I think that's definitely really important to have work with others
Oh
that you
yeah.
can really like. You know that you're all in it for the long term beyond
Hmm.
just the business side of it. That makes it so
Yep.
much stronger.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, hi Lemona.
Hi, sorry I was late.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you have anything that you wanted to say since you joined in with us
Yeah, well,
now?
not yet because I feel like I missed. I don't
You
know how
didn't
much
miss
I
very
missed.
much.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't. Oh,
No,
thank
you didn't.
goodness.
You didn't miss it. We just got started, so you're good.
Can I ask more about your novel? I just think it's so
Mm-hmm.
cool that you are writing, so many different kinds of media. Also, have you written any books of poetry? I think I heard you say
Ooh.
you also like poetry. I was just, yeah, like to hear more about that too, because I just think the variety is really awesome.
My first novel I started writing was about myself, about my life.
Mm-hmm.
I did publish it, but I took it down because I didn't think it was strong enough just yet. Because I wanted to gain more experience of life itself before I actually do a full autobiography of myself.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But my I guess my second book, which I kind of technically on my official novel debut, is called Jackal Bunny,
Hmm.
where that's an alter ego horror story where the character Sabrina Jackal alter ego is Jackal Bunny, and she was sent from hell from called the sent from hell called from a prince of hell called a corpus fiend
Hmm.
to get a character to capture the character of Amaya Fitzgerald, and you're trying to figure out why does he want her so bad and like what's so special about her and everything. And I actually turned that into a comic actually. So Jacopani, the comic version of Jacopani is called Skin Shifter. So issue
Oh.
one is on my website at canvasinternational.com. You can actually pull up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can actually see the books itself.
Not that one. Hold on. There we go.
Yep, there you go.
Would I go on to catalog? Probably, right?
Yeah, you can also scroll down and see the books itself too. So either way,
Oh.
but yeah,
Oh
this
wow.
is yeah.
So that's the novel right there. The
That's
novel version of it.
Jacobani. That is Jacobani. And you scroll down, you can see the issue one of the comic version. There she is.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a fun art style. I really like that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And I'm working on issue two and three of that.
Is it
And
going
I'm
to
also
be true to your novel, or does
yes,
like? Okay,
yes.
cool.
I might add some extra to it that's not in the novel, just because just add some extra nuggets that I didn't say in the book. But majority is gonna be the legit just the copy and paste version of the novel, so you can actually you can read the word version, but actually see it in the comic.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Eh,
and so I'm working on novel version book two for the next
Oh wow.
arc, and I'm working on Skin Shifter issue two and three, which is the complete version of the first novel.
Oh wow. So it's going to
Yeah,
be a continual series in novel form and comic form.
yeah,
That's
and
really awesome.
novel form, I think I'm going to end it at a trilogy,
Okay.
and then do a spinoff.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of your like vision for your books and worlds. Like that is amazing to see a creative with so much passion for storytelling that you are making multiple worlds and genres
yeah.
for it all to fit in. I love it.
Thank you so much.
That is
But yeah,
Is this
yeah.
what you do? Oh,
I'm not gonna say who the character is of the spinoff just yet. But there will be a spinoff of a certain character from book one, actually.
oh
So
super cool.
yeah.
What were you gonna ask?
what was I gonna ask? I lost it.
Oh,
Oh,
so sorry.
oh no, no, it's fine. I'm a little tired. Sorry. Um, do you do? This is like a lot. Kevin, do you do this full time, or do you have like a
Yes.
quote unquote day job and then do this on the side? Okay.
Yeah, I do this actually full time. I've actually been a full-time entrepreneur about 7 years now.
7 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like my last time I actually had like a 9 to 5 was my summer job back in 2018.
I'm a little envious right now.
Can
I'm
you
like,
tell us more about? Did he already share
well,
about
no,
that?
he has not.
Yeah, can you share more about that? Because our dream is to also be able to unplug from the 9 to 5 matrix and just do like our creative pursuits full
Yeah,
time as well.
entrepreneurial
Yeah.
shenanigans.
Like, what's a specific question? Like, that would help.
Oh, like how did you I guess how did you transition from like a normal job to entrepreneurial stuff? And how have you
oh,
kept up the longevity of that?
for me, one, I researched a lot, um, because I wanted to design like my own merchandise too.
Mm.
So I kind of started selling that's how I first started with selling merchandise. Getting art made to make shirts, jackets, joggers, even shoes now. That's how I started. And the transition was not easy. Jesus. And that's just an example of some merchandise that I just recently just did of my
This is
logos and stuff. Um, One, it was quite scary because I also just graduated college with 2 bachelors.
Oh, wow.
And I start my master's in like 2 weeks now.
That's
Because
impressive.
I have my bachelor's. No, my bad. Not 2 bachelors. I'm sorry. I have an associate's in human services and a bachelor's in professional studies. I was trying to say 2 degrees, not 2 bachelors. So sorry. And I'm about to get I'm about to study for my master's in business administration.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
And I forgot to answer your question about poetry. I have not officially done a poetry book just yet. I'm working on it.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
he
working.
answered the poetry
Oh,
question.
poetry book.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm currently working on it. But yeah, I also started in the house because my family support me since the beginning. I started my businesses, so I started in the house with my family, and they have been supporting me ever since then. Some friends, and then I started learning this social media thing, and I started beginning sales on social media. And it takes a long process
Yeah.
to do. Um,
That's so cool.
These are
I would
awesome.
thank you so much. I would encourage anybody
My
if you
father
see it.
men's. Dang it.
Oh,
Actually,
hey,
As in the shoes.
yeah, I have to put the women's up there too. Don't worry, I'm gonna put them
Oh,
up there too.
okay.
So don't worry.
Hey, when we get some money, I need a pair of those Phoenix shoes.
they're really cool.
I have if I can just interject, it excites me because I had a revelation about like the Phoenix recently, and
Oh, really?
yeah, like a personal connection to the analogy. Okay, it wasn't just out there somewhere as an idea. It was like a personal, like, I don't know. I guess you could say a spiritual experience. I don't know how to explain it very well with English, but anyway, I wrote a poem that I want to turn into a song at some point with hopefully a friend that said she'd help me. Anyway, that's why I got so excited about the Phoenix shoes. They're so cool.
Thank you so much. The boots and the shoes, or just which
Well, I
ones?
mean both. Yeah.
They're yeah.
The one that they're a little bit more like sneaker looking.
The
The
slip-on
Ah,
the
ones.
slip-ons,
the,
they
Yeah.
look
the slipper.
even more maybe a little bit more comfortable.
Mhm.
Uh
They're actually both very comfortable. You can walk in them both.
okay.
They're both very comfortable. Trust me, I quality test everything, so they're very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I actually recently just took something down because God, they hurt. Uh, so I had to transition that design to a different shoe. But yeah, I quality test everything before I put it on my website. So yeah.
That is really impressive. I think you're the first person that we've had on the show that actually has like an extensive line of like apparel merch that has shirts, hoodies. You even had like Under Armour. Like you had some brand names in there with like your
Yeah.
designs on it, which is really cool. And the shoes. I don't think I've seen anybody else
I'm
with
telling you, I need a pair.
the shoes and also the luggage, like
Yeah,
the
the site's
suitcase
so
too.
cool.
Like, is that how the
Yeah.
entrepreneurial journey started for you? Was with that style of merch, or did you do something different to start?
Oh God. When I started, the quality wasn't this good. It was horrible. Oh my God. It just, everything takes a process, but over time, it's just gotten better and better. Especially when I found an artist that actually I can work with very well. That actually just know how to bring that quality out.
Mm-hmm.
And then things just started rolling. I was like, okay, you're hired because not only we just became friends, we can also work together. But yeah, when I first started, it wasn't this good. It was not this
Wow.
good. Literally when I started, I was an 18-year-old kid, so it wasn't that good. So I'm 25 years old, about to be 26 in September.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
That's impressive. So you became an entrepreneur back at
Well,
18.
that's what he
yep,
said.
Oh yeah.
His last job was a summer job.
yep,
That's
A while ago.
wow.
That's
yeah.
why I asked him to say more because I think you're. I don't. Well, I guess we've had like some of our other guests have been doing the entrepreneurial thing full time for a while, but not
Couple, yeah.
all of them.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm always so curious about the guests we have that are they're just full on entrepreneur. They're not even like trying 9 to 5 anymore. Like it's just so inspiring. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're an
and I was
inspiration.
thank you so much. And I also gained a mentor when I went to Texas 5 years ago. And so he also, talking to him also amplified me wanting to be an entrepreneur. And then I realized I don't want to work for people.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I- and I also I don't want a job to like get money. I want to do a job that I actually that I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't want a job that's like to pass by because that would be depressing.
Yeah. It
But
is. It is
so,
very depressing.
yeah. And so I'm like, don't get me, I'm like, I looked at potential jobs, but I was like, nah, I'll create my own. And I just got
Yeah.
that mindset. I'm like, I can create my own. And then looking at how all these people, these corporations mistreat artists and these creators, that also kind of lit a fire in me because I'm like, I am so sick of these artists getting mistreated.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I want to like build to be able to help other artists to get their work out there and to also pay what they're worth and they know what their worth is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all want to pay these freaking fantastic artists these cookies and cream and not give them like a full steak and but you expect them to do these crazy deadlines but you
Mm-hmm.
barely like what? Like no,
So
no,
unrealistic.
very. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like no, I'm just like that's why I'm like I'm going to build my company to be different. That's going to be family and career appreciative.
Mm-hmm.
I was like we can have fun, but we also have to stand on business at the same time because I want people to have fun doing what they love and not
Yeah.
just getting pushed around to do this. I'm like, hey, I want this done like in one day. I was like, no. I was like, I don't do deadlines. As long as you communicate with me, I'll be good. I was like, just
That
keep communication. I don't do deadlines. I want quality over quantity. I'm not Marvel. I'm not gonna put nothing out without the quality. I was like, and also if you need extra time, you have a family matter, anything personal, I'm like, just let me know. I'll delay the project until you're better. Like I literally tell everybody this. I'll happily delay a project if you're having problems in life because I don't want to fire you
yeah.
because I love your art too much. And if I have to wait, I will wait. So I will delay this project and go to a next one because this artist is set, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so because I want people to be able to have their breathing room and
Yeah.
just get their stuff together and everything. So yeah.
I love that. I feel the same way. It's like as I've been doing this whole number two pencil man thing, as Tanner's Tales Entertainment is becoming a business, my artist Frey, who's also one of our co-hosts on the show,
Oh,
him and I
nice.
we partnered together. So he's my artist, and when we were in the process of creating issue 2, which is out now. We were originally trying to get it out at the very beginning of the year, but then things continued to happen in his life and in my life, and he was always beating himself up over. He's like, I should have this done. I'm like, dude, take your time. Like, I didn't ask you to jump into issue 2 right after issue 1. It
Mm-hmm.
was like, you take as much time as you need. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you just let me know, and if we can get it out by the end of the year, that's great. But if not, like, we'll push it back as long as it needs to be. And that's
Oh yeah.
honestly, I love that, and I just wish more places, more companies had that level of integrity with their employees, and like in general, because it's not just the artists in today's society; it's
Mm-hmm.
every employee out there is starting to be treated in such a bad manner. And I know so because I work at a 9 to 5, and I'm just like, it's efficiency push. It's like they are trying
Mm-hmm.
to make everybody do the work of 3 to 4 people so that they can go around being short staffed and get whatever
Oh yeah.
benefits they're getting from, all these other things. It's like, nah,
Oh
like
yeah.
everybody's getting burnt out, and it's terrible. Like, even myself, like, I find myself so miserable at my 9 to 5. It's just like I'm waiting for the day where I don't have to be there anymore. And it's, how can we change it? And then I get upset because everybody's just like, well, this is just how it is. It's just like, it doesn't have to be. It's like, we can change
It
this.
doesn't. Yeah.
But yet everybody just thinks it's so much easier just to go along with it. And I hate that. I'm just like, how can we change people's minds? How can we show them that there is a better reality? That's where
Yeah.
I'm at. And hearing what you're
Anytime.
saying is really
Right.
encouraging.
Like, anytime I hear people say that's how it is, I'm like, no, you're just lazy, don't want to make a change. That's literally what it is.
Hmm.
I was like, you just don't have a backbone to stand up for yourself. I'm like, I will tell that to somebody. I was like, that's not how it is. So you just have no freaking backbone. That's your problem. And that's not my problem. That's your problem.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've been
yeah.
getting sassy at work too. Like, people be like, "Oh, you should do that." I'm like, "No." It's like, no.
Exactly. So
Like, I'm
yeah.
at the point now where I can just walk out at any time and be like, you know what? Maybe I can just make this whole thing work with just being a pencil superhero for the rest of my life. Like, I feel like that's a good career path. I do, actually.
Perfect grade there.
Honestly, like, it's
Heck yeah.
crazy though, because I'm sure you have noticed it when you actually commit to it. It seems like things really do line up for you in a way that it helps work, and especially if you
It
have
really
that
has.
integrity and that love of what you do, that passion for your creations, and also the love for the people that are helping you along the way. I feel like it's just almost like it will naturally just line up, and it's like, here's the next step, here's the next step, and it
Hmm.
just flows together so easily. And that's what I'm starting to experience even more greater now as I continue. So I'm just hoping it won't be too much longer till I'm out of that 9 to 5 uh, situation. I don't think it will be, but it's really encouraging to hear from somebody who's been doing it for. You've been doing it for 7 years. That's probably one of the longest that we've had. I think
That's what I'm saying.
JJ
JJ's
probably
longer, but
longer, but
she's also older.
yes,
Yeah.
but to somebody who started basically right out of high school, 18 years old, with so much ambition and love for creativity and just wanting to make a difference, that is insane and amazing and so encouraging to see. And I definitely feel like the viewers and listeners will feel the same way. So that is amazing. I can't say it enough. I get like, ah, I love hearing these things, and I
Uh,
love seeing people like you just going out and doing it.
oh, and I forgot another part. I forgot to mention that also pushed me when I got in a partnership with a film company. Actually,
Hmm.
I did a voiceover for one of their movies too.
That's cool.
Yeah, I did a voiceover for a horror movie. Um, I kind of forgot the name of it. It's because it was like last year or 2 years. It's been a minute. Because when I joined them and they promoted me, and that also kind of pushed, like, I got some sales in my one of my novels I wrote for them actually.
That's
Because
cool.
I made a joke. I was like, what if I so they have this thing called superfans,
Uh huh.
and so I made a joke. I need to start making jokes because it comes with reality. I was like, what if I made a horror book featuring your superfans? And they said, do it. I was like, crap. and the guy who was over the film company, he said that when I came, he always get like people like, I'm a writer, I can do this and that, and they don't do what they said they were gonna do. And so he did that to me. I'm gonna be honest. He said, I'm gonna be honest. When you came in and said you was a writer, he didn't expect me to do it. I told him I'll write the book, and he said okay. And then the next month I finished the book. I said okay,
Wow.
book's finished. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, it's art. I'm like, it's right here. I was like, I just pressed it. It's right here. And he was just ecstatic. And as soon as he read he bought the copy and read it, he said, oh my God. And he just loved it and promoted to the entire Discord. Next thing I know, my website was blowing up with orders. And I was like,
Wow.
what the crap did this come from? I was like, what the crap? And
Wow.
then I got so many tags. I was like, dude, we just heard about this book. We just bought your book. We just bought your book. I just bought your book. I was like, okay. Uh, and then shipped them out. I got so much positive feedback. Everyone just blown away. They're like, dude, what the world? I'm like, that's actually like my first horror book I wrote. And it was a
Wow.
murder mystery. And and some of the people that was in the book are actually super fans. I use their actual names.
Uh-huh.
They was like, dang, I got yeeted in this book, man. He don't like me. And, and my friend Evan, he said, dude, you you revealed me as the killer. You killed me. I was like, hey, it just happened, dude. It just happened. And to this day, he still has a problem with me with that. I was like, dude, that was freaking 3 years ago. God dang. Good Lord. Jesus. I was like, you still got a grudge against me for killing you in a book? Jesus. Ugh.
That's funny.
I was like, and that's also how I met my first artist, my main artist was in that. That's also that networking process. I'm like that unexpected networking because like you never know how you're gonna end up networking somehow. So that's
Yeah.
also how I'm like, okay, because one day she posted like her art in the Discord because they had like an art contest. I was like, holy shit, that looks beautiful. Excuse my language.
That's fine.
What? I was like, I mean, let me contact her. And then we just started talking. I was like, do you by chance do like comic art or like anything? She said, yeah. And we just had a full-fledged conversation and we're best friends now to this day.
That's awesome.
It's 3 years going. We're best friends now. She stopped for a little while because due to life and stuff. So I had to go find another artist for a little bit. But I was like, thank God she's back. I was like, I missed her. And so now she's back and we're rolling. And she's working on a new series called Med Pops. My Kickstarter is actually you can actually pull that up too.
Yes.
I think that's on there.
I believe so.
Mad
Which one
Pop,
was it again?
Mad Pops.
Mad Pops.
Like,
I
did I
have
put
that one
that
up? Let me double check.
It's
I
like, did
don't
I
know if I
put
saw that one.
like I'm not sure if I put that one up there.
That might not be up there.
Ah, darn it. See, I have a lot of stuff going on. Sometimes I forget what to put up.
It's alright, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, sorry, but it's called Mad Pops. It's another science fiction story with two brothers called Misfit James, and I forgot. I have a lot in my head. I forget names. I'm sorry, but it's another supernatural story where I'm gonna have a lot of creatures. If you like creature like doing alien,
Oh yeah.
predator type of, yeah. So she's doing working on that now actually. And I
Wow.
told her I was like I told her we're gonna do issue 1 through 6 and have a full issue 1 through 6 out together at once
Really?
next year. So
Wow.
that's gonna be my first big drop. Is finishing. I call them seasons. So Mad Pop season 1, issue 1 through 6. They're gonna coming out in 2026, and she said, "Let's do it."
Wow.
So yeah, so she's ecstatic.
Yeah.
That's some drive right there.
Yeah, that's well, first off, I've never heard of anybody in the history of, like, I have not experienced this yet in indie comics. So there might be others out there, but you're my first introduction to somebody who's doing a big drop. Just like, yeah, we're just gonna write 1 through 6 and get it all done, and then just drop it all at once. I'm just like, what? That's almost
Yeah.
unheard of, and I will say that that is almost unheard of because everybody that I know just goes issue by issue, myself included, because that's how we've just always kind of done it, and it's probably the most efficient way that I can do it with my current artist. But that's like, that is amazing. So if you actually do it, make sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else has ever done that. If it hasn't been done, you might want to try to get a world record for that, because that would be deserving of it. Because wow, and to have an artist on board that's just like, let's
Yeah,
do it.
and also, and it's 6 issues. Each issue is about 30 pages long. So think about that
Yeah.
too. So yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. Like, I am blown away that you even said that, because I don't know anybody else who's ever done that.
Yeah, and the thing is, she's really fast. When I tell you her quality is crazy good, she's very fast. We was on a call doing a project. I think it was a page and a logo that
Mhm.
I ordered her to do. We That call was on like 1 hour, and she was doing both just
Wow.
like that. And I seen the whole process. She takes her time, but it was done in an hour. That's what I was like, holy smokes,
Wow.
what the world? Yeah.
Yeah,
And she
I'm
asked me, in like the entire, she asked me, I'm like, you want it this way? And she asked me deep questions. I'm like, and she gives me her input too, because I gave her creative freedom. I was like, how do you think art wise, when you read the script, how do you think art wise it will translate better? Like, I wrote it this way, but would it be better this way art wise? Because you're the mastermind of art. I just
Mhm.
write the freaking thing. I was like, I don't know how to draw it out like you do.
Yep.
And so she gave me her input. I was like, okay, let's try it. And I was like, and shit. Then she's like, she's like, I want to do something with based on your script, but I want to make sure it actually goes with the story. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, show me. And she shows me. I was like, I'm like, holy shit, it's so much better than what I wrote. And when I tell you, I have a blast working with her. We legit text every single day randomly, and she said even when it's not update, she just texts me, and I just text her just to make sure she's good because I know she has life going on too.
Mhm.
I was like, that's the type of partnerships that I love because I want both sides to have fun and also feel appreciated. And I
Yeah.
always text her, remind her, I'm saying, I'm so proud of you. Like seriously, I am so
Oh.
freaking proud of you. And she lets me know. I said, hey, she tells me, hey, I got this other commission I need to knock out before I get to your page. I was like, okay, just keep me updated. Like, thank you for letting me know. Keep me updated. So yeah,
That's so awesome. That I love it. I wish I had an aw sound bite, like aw. Like, yeah, I
yeah,
feel blessed because I also have a very similar dynamic with Frey, where we're just like, we're bros. At the end of the day, it's like we're best bros. So if even my comic gets in the way of that, I'll just be like, push it to the side. Like, nah, our friendship, our connection, your life, it's more important to me than all this stuff. Like, I appreciate
Mhm.
you so much for just doing this for me, because it's like you are bringing a dream of mine to life, and when somebody is able to help you do that, it's like,
Oh yeah,
oh, it just, it's hard to describe how much it really means, because it's just
oh
like,
yeah,
it's your baby that you've always wanted to bring out, and these people are just like, yeah, I believe in it, let's do it together. And it's like they make it come true, and you like look at their work and you're like, this is better than how I thought it was going to look when I wrote it. It's like,
yeah,
man, if
oh
I could,
yeah,
there's been so many times, like, I write the script, and at this point with me and Frey's dynamic, it's like I'll turn it over to him, and he'll just kind of take it, and he'll be like, all right, I'm gonna do this for it. Like, I got to the point where I don't even have to give him much like stage directions. He'll see it, and he'll like make it come to
oh
life. It's
yeah,
like, that's amazing, and like the way that he does it just exceeds anything I could have like wrote out. And that's amazing when you have like that synergy with your artist that comes from that friendship. It's so much better because they
oh
know
yeah.
you, so they can kind of like look into your mind and be like, well, this is how they write, this is how they think, so
Hmm.
let's mix it with the way that I can draw. And it's like, bam, then it's like,
Yeah.
It's amazing. And so that's awesome. Like, it makes me think of my best friend. And speaking of that, I do, even though he's not here, Ray is my best friend. Yes.
Yeah.
He might not
And
even watch this episode. I don't know. Hopefully he will.
and you can bring up the Terminus comic.
Yes. Let's
Yeah.
do it. This is awesome. Like, I am blown away, Kevin. Seriously. Alrighty.
So this is Terminus, Corvic City, and those two characters right there in the cover are actually the artists that actually drawing this comic.
Really?
Yeah, their names are Carlos and Ron, and the characters are Carlos and Ron. When I
I love it.
when I pitched them the project, I was like, literally just draw yourself, just Carlos and Ron, just draw yourself. And they was like, really? I was like, yeah, just draw. That's you guys. That's literally who it's you guys.
That's
And
cool.
they said, reading the script, Carlos was like, dude, this story is crazy. And he said that he feels the emotion, the journey of the characters, and he's just very excited to draw it. And I was like, yay. and Carlos, he's one of my favorite horror artists because he brings it out so gruesome.
Mhm.
It's amazing. And one is the letterer colorist, and his color is just, oh my god.
Yeah.
And one actually texted me one time, said, "Hey Kevin, are you actually gonna publish this like somewhere? Like when you finish this comic?" I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to publish it." He said, "Cool," because when he read the story, he's like, "This is one of the best stories he's read." He's like, he thinks it's better than The Walking Dead.
Wow.
And I'm
Oh,
like, I froze. I was like, what? And he said the quality that we're putting in and the quality of my script. And he said this is the best. He's like this is a better story that he's read, better story than the mainstream that he's ever read.
yeah.
And I was like, what?
That is
I was like,
awesome.
wow, oh my god. But
Wow.
yeah, it's been an awesome journey. I have some awesome friends, and yeah, and I also finished started my first magazine too. So I actually
Ah,
started a
yes.
magazine.
I think I saw
That's
that on your website.
that's on my website, and this is actually a physical copy of it right here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's in your magazine? Like, what does it focus on?
You can go to my website right quick. You can actually see the synopsis of the
Oh, that's cool.
magazine, and
I mean,
I'll expound on it when you put the website up
oh wait, that's not the right one.
on the
Whoopsie.
KFCinternational.com.
There it is. There's
Yeah,
two because the one is your like global comics link. So it's
yeah. So
so should I go?
you can just scroll down right quick. Let's go all the way down so you can see the other stuff too.
No, this is cool.
Yeah. So let's keep scrolling.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And scroll one more time. And well, yeah.
Oh, hey, it's you.
Yeah.
Two yous, back to back, side to side.
Yeah, I just debated about yeah, and there it is.
Yeah, let's see what is this issue about. So, what made you want to release a magazine as well?
One, I'm like not gonna be honest, I was hesitant because I don't know what the heck how the heck to do a magazine. Um, but I became friends with the magazine company, the CEO of a magazine company called 180 Life Enterprise.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I was like, I met them on Facebook through another friend of mine. So networking. Uh,
Yeah,
and I looked at his stuff, and and I love how he gives people a voice and helps elevate them. And I was blessed enough to be in an issue of his magazine a
wow.
couple months ago. Um, so I kind of like then I found out this thing about comic magazines. I was like, what in the world is a comic magazine? And then I said like Marvel did like this comic magazine, like showing interviews and sneak peek of comics and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've seen like even I saw like indie creator of a horror indie creator that does like horror comic. I mean horror comic magazine thing or magazine. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so I was like, huh. And so the bells were ringing, the wheels were turning, and I was like, what if I did a magazine? And
That's
then
awesome.
I talked to like some of my friends about it, and it's like I want to bring awareness to like mental health, but and because I know it's a heavy topic, so I want to mix up the magazine to have it balanced, because you know mental health is a very heavy topic. So I
Mm-hmm.
have interviews of multiple creators in the magazine, some mental health articles I wrote, um, and some sneak peek of comics that I have art for that I wrote. I put in the magazine just to like, I was like, let me ease you down a bit. Read some color bit of a sneak peek of comics after reading some about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, also this is coming from my company too. That's going to be published at some point. That's some give you a
Yeah.
tease of what's coming from my company. And also like my friend Dennis Knight actually. Um, he writes articles for my magazine too, giving like advice about joining the comic book industry.
That's awesome.
This is actually kind of funny how he how he I gave him a job. I don't know what I was doing that day. If I'm gonna be honest, I was like he texted me. I think he saw a post of mine or something. I don't know what I did, but he texted me and he was telling me about like he writes too, and we just started communicating, and we just clicked like that. And I was like, "Hey, would you be interested in like potential writing articles?" And he's like, "Uh, yeah." And it's like, I'm like, "Would you like want to give advice um for upcoming creators, like if they want to join the comic book industry, like be an entrepreneur, like especially writer, artist, or starting their own company?" And he's like, yeah. And I tell him like, you can create your own title. You write what you want, and you just let me know how you want to proceed with like what articles you want to write. And so he came back to me and pitched me these article ideas that he was writing, and I was like, I'll buy it. Like I'll buy it.
That's awesome.
And now his art this article is called "Unwanted Advice in the Comic Book Industry," something like that. I'm like, that arc was very long,
Uh-huh.
so I split it between the first three issues of the magazine. So this is issue one.
That's awesome.
Issue two, cover is being worked on, and I'm putting in the interior and typing everything up. Issue three, it's being worked on too. So I kind of go between both.
Yeah.
And I also have other content from other creator interviews. So I have a lot of content. So I'm trying to split them because it's not to have the book too big, but
Yeah.
also not too small. Uh, so this one is about 37 pages long. Oh, and this is the back of it.
That's awesome.
And so I'm trying to keep it like no more than I'm trying not to go more than like 50-ish pages, but trying to keep it in like the 30s to 50 range. Um, so so I started my own magazine, and yeah. So like it's a magazine trying to bring a voice to those that want to tell their story. Long story short about it. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, we've talked a couple times. I know me and Rachel especially have kind of brought up the idea of eventually doing like a indie creator magazine for the Dreamscape at some point. So that's hopefully going to be a one day thing. But that's incredible. Like, how do you have time for all these well, I know you don't have a 9 to 5, but like, how do you even manage the sheer amount of projects that you have that you're working on, because you
If you
have
could see my laptop, you would see so many tabs open.
really.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Like,
But
what's your
also,
secret?
the thing is, the best advice I was given was be obsessed with one thing and get that off the ground before going to the next. So I have a list of like priority, and then later dates.
Wow.
So I'm going to be honest. I started 4 companies this year.
4.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. If you actually go to my parent company website, you can. Yeah. I'm just going to show you.
Is it the
Cavill. Yeah.
yeah?
Cavill.com. Yeah.
Oh, come on, where is it? They all get jumbled up whenever I want to like look for it. I do
Sorry.
have it pulled up. No, it's fine. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
We'll go to the home page.
Yeah. So go to under our brands.
Our brands. There we
Yeah.
go.
Voila.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. It was better to show you than just tell you.
And you said there's what?
And those 2 right there are still pending. I haven't started them officially, but I put them up there to let you know they are coming.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I plan to do a non-profit at some point too. I just ain't put it up there yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you make beverages and
Yeah.
stuff
I
now?
do. I do.
It's
Yeah.
like they're not all the same either. It's like they
No.
all do something different.
Yeah.
What?
So when I tell you my mind goes, it goes.
A grant
Uh,
making foundation?
yeah.
What?
It hasn't officially been launched yet, but I just put it up here so that it is indeed coming.
Toys
And
and
then
plushies? What?
yeah. I actually have one of my plushies here with me if you want to see it.
Oh, wait. I'm going to stop sharing so I can see it. Show me.
Okay. Let me give me 1 second.
I'm blown away. This is so cool.
I know.
Man, I
So
hope to reach this level
it's
one day.
one of them. Right here.
Oh,
Yeah, this is one of my creature characters that hasn't been introduced to the world just yet. That's coming in an upcoming comic.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Wait, do you get these made somewhere for your company, or do you actually make them? Like, do you have
Oh
your own?
God, I do not make them. I partner with somebody that makes them.
Do you? I need to connect with you more because I have so many things I want to make happen, and you seem to be the guy to know how to do it.
I found out by connections from other friends that helped me connect with this person.
Wow.
But yeah,
Are they in the
yeah,
States?
yeah, they are. They are.
What?
Yeah, the woman that I partner with, she's in Georgia, I believe.
Wow.
And then I have a 3D printing partner that's here in Tennessee.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that he's like 6 hours away from me. No, 4 hours away from me. Sorry, he's 4 hours away from me. The 3D printing company, and my friend in Georgia is like 6 hours away from me. So yeah.
That is incredible.
So yeah.
Yeah, you just go grab your pie. Katie Lemona wants to eat her pie.
Well, is it going to be
no.
on the mic? Is it going to be a
I mean, it shouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you should be good.
She's so inspired, she's gonna go eat her pie. She's like, she wants some pie now. We all want a slice of the pie. Like, man, I'm so inspired. Like, I am so blown away at like everything that you've accomplished. Like, man, I can only well, I don't want to say I can only dream because I know it's possible to make these things happen too.
Yep.
So it's like, oh man, I want to get to that point. So I definitely want to stay in touch with you and ask you a bunch of questions. I mean, I've just
Of
recently
course.
I've been trying to like become more innovative. Like, I want to do more than just number 2 pencil man. Right now, the biggest holdback for me is financial. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm starting to build this business up. I started with like basically as much as I could invest in it for my own personal. Now it's just like slowly starting to recirculate. I'm starting to come up with new innovative ways to market. So it's not just, I'm terrible at social media right now with like
Me
the
too.
marketing. So
Me
it's like
too.
most of my stuff, I went down the local legend path. Like I am
Hmm.
word of mouth kind of succeeding is where I've seemed to really be like thriving more so currently. Because
Hmm.
I was at Comic Cons and then I'd get a connection. And they're like, "Do you do stuff with schools and libraries?" And I'm like, "I totally want to do that stuff. So if you can get me connected." And then I got library gigs, so I started doing summer reading programs, and then they pay a little bit like more than what I can get by selling my merch. So it's like I'm slowly starting to see these things come in that I'm able to reinvest into other areas, and it's just like
Hmm.
I cannot wait for the day that I am at the point where you currently are with like being able to launch like multiple series. Because number two Pencil Man wasn't what I originally thought. I have my own little 3D like figurine here.
I saw that on Facebook. That was
Yeah,
so cool.
I uh,
Yeah,
I
that's
love
so freaking
these.
cool.
I'm gonna do like little paint your own Pencil Man kits. I bought like a bunch of like little
Ooh,
paints to put with it, so that way I can just kind of
yeah.
like sell them all.
Heck
And
yeah.
yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. But it's just like I'm always trying to think of ways that I can grow it, and then I have more stories because Pencil Man wasn't the only story I wanted to tell. That was an accident. Pencil Man was a complete accident. Like he wasn't even in my vision when I started doing creative storytelling again.
Yeah.
I think that is coming through a little bit.
Oh,
It's all right.
okay.
It's just like I'm like hearing the pie tin crust go, and I'm like,
That's why.
pie.
That's why
I
I
I
asked.
wasn't sure.
I didn't hear anything, so
Oh,
I
you
don't
didn't? Okay,
know.
so maybe I'm the only one. But it's I mean, I want Kay to eat her pie. Lemona to eat her pie. I'm still not used to calling her Lemona. But it's just like, Pencil Man was a complete accident. I wanted to tell the story about the time I sat on a pencil, and I'm like, well, I can't just do it in a boring old way where I just sit there and talk about it. Like, I need to get a costume and make a superhero origin story. And that's how it happened. That's how it started. And then I started going
Man.
to conventions to promote my YouTube channel dressed as Pencil
Mm,
Man, and people were like, "You should do like a whole storyline for it, like make a
heck yeah.
comic book for it." And then I was like, "Okay." Did a live action, low budget, low quality, cheesy, but we did it. And then when we had our son Xavier, I couldn't do YouTube as much, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna turn this
Mm,
into a comic book now, and now it's a comic book. And it's just like, well, that's just how it happened. But I have like so many other
mm,
characters I want to introduce, so many other worlds, storylines. It's like I had to start with one because that's what budget allowed for, and it's just like, man, I can't wait for the day where I'm able to get all the stories out of my head onto physical media, probably more so comic books. I admire people who can write novels. Novels aren't my format. I could maybe do it. I'm not going to say I can't do it or maybe because I can. You can do anything. It's
hmm.
just like I don't know if I'd have the patience to do a novel.
That's the thing. You have to have the patience to do it. I'm like, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
Comic books, that's something because it's like I'm visioning it in my head a little bit easier and just like the
Hmm.
format I don't know, something with the comic books because I am
Because
by no means
also,
a writer.
I'll probably say writing a comic script is slightly easier than writing a novel, if I'm going to be honest.
Hmm.
Because in a novel, you have to add a lot more detail.
Yeah.
You have to add like extra subplot, a lot more detail. But as in a comic strip, you can just legit write a description and be done.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm
So,
so glad I went with the comic books when I went into it. I'm just like, I
yeah.
don't know how I would write a novel. I'm like, maybe one day just to say I did it, I'll try
Mm.
one. But I think my preferred media is going to be graphic novel, comic book, maybe manga. I might try a manga format at some point. We'll see how it goes.
Arcfire is actually a Western manga.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
That's cool.
but
Yeah,
I printed on comic size, but the art style is like Western style manga. Manga.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frey, he has his own manga series. So his is actually like manga format, black and white, drawn.
Mm.
Endlock. He'll tell you guys about it. But Endlock Volume 4 is coming out soon. Got to pitch my best friend. Uh, yeah, he's been working on this series for a long time, and he's up to issue 4 of it. And it's just like,
That's amazing.
I like the manga format. I like the smaller size books. I like the fat feel to them.
Oh
I
yeah,
love comic
yeah.
books though too, because comic books they're nice, they're thinner, but they're
Mm.
like bigger and colorful. So yeah, I would probably do a manga at some point because those are also longer. They're kind of like almost, I
And
would say,
also, and I'll probably say in manga, you can do a lot more storytelling in manga because
yeah.
how diverse in the mythology of it is,
Hmm.
and you can go anywhere with manga. To be
Yeah.
honest. you, you can go anywhere, and yeah, and it will make sense and very easily in manga. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, that's the one thing I like about like manga and mangas and everything. It's just like
mm,
you can go so deep into the development. I feel like they're better at like emotions and character development in that way.
yes,
Comic
yes.
books are kind of shallow on that end.
Yeah, because that's why I hired my manga artist to do
Hmm.
Arcfire because when I first saw his art, he brings out the emotion so freaking real, and I'm like, that's what I need is bring out that emotion so someone can feel it in the art and in the story, and it was also cost effective.
Hmm.
So, but yeah. And speaking of best friends, my best friend, I just got back from Indianapolis last week
Oh
for
wow,
meeting my best friend for the first time in person.
that's cool.
And she basically told me what you guys tell me. That's like, wow, you do a lot, dude. And
Yeah.
she has her own business, like her LLC and everything, but she didn't know what to do with it for a while. And then we started talking. We met a couple years ago on TikTok.
Okay.
I was like, I flat out told him I don't remember how we met. I just know we just clicked very easily. And she's like, we that I met her when she was on the TikTok live, and we just started talking, and we just instantly became friends. And then earlier today, literally, I legit woke up to a text from her, a long text of her telling me that she has this idea. I'm just like, okay. And she was telling me that she basically wants me to be her business manager, and
Wow.
saying that she said she told me that I'm really good on like the business side of things, like learning business stuff. She wants me to be her business manager, helping her with her website, helping her with her products and everything. I was like, I'm just waking up. I'm like, I just woke up, so I might have to text you later. Now I'm actually fully awake to understand what you're asking me.
Wow.
So I might. This is actually this shirt right here, chaotic energy.
I like it.
This is actually the energy drink I'm making for her company.
That's cool.
So yeah, I made every time I make a joke, it becomes real. I made a joke. I was like, I legit told her I was like, I actually make my own. I make a lot of things. I make my own soda, my beverage company too. I was like, we can totally make you like an energy drink like called Chaotic Energy, and she was so ecstatic, and she's like, oh, I was like, oh crap. It's like, oh, and then on top of that, I also make my own fragrance. I'm working on that too.
Wow.
So to
There
bring
is
that,
not
my,
a single thing that you haven't done yet. Well, I mean, I guess there's the 501c, but that's coming. So, I mean, you might as
yeah,
well say in like a couple months that'll be a thing.
probably
Hmm.
next year.
I have a
Still a couple
question.
months. Oh, you have a question?
We gotta.
Sorry. Pie's so good. I mean, the whole thing. It's terrible. It's like a look. It's like a personal size pie. Sorry, I didn't save you any.
It's all right.
um,
This is how it normally goes. She never shares any pie. I go
that is
starving
not true.
every night. And...
Um,
Oh wait.
so I'm pretty new to all of this, Kevin. What is the purpose of having each? Well, other than the fact that I mean, it's obvious how each thing's different, like for your each
Mm,
business, and like,
mm.
so can you just say more about the purpose of having each interest be its own separate business? My brain's just tired now, so I'm like, why did he split it all up?
The one I split it up one because I think it would be easier for me to have because I want each um because I split it up because it'll be easier to explain to somebody which part it is
Mm,
because that's why I'm like I split this is my publishing company,
Hmm.
mm,
KFC International. I'm like then with KFC Media, that's my parent company that I have all my businesses under. That's my holding company. that I form everything under. And so that's how I split everything up. And it's also tax purposes. That's all
Mm.
my tax purposes. You have to think about that too. And I was like, that's why I was like, if you want a plushie, go to this part of my company, which is because I want each one to have its own identity. Is what I'm trying to say. I want each of them have their own identity, and I just like my mind just goes with ideas, and I just like to break them off and just
Hmm.
put them to their own thing. So that's why when somebody asks like my business structure, I say first is Canvas Media. That's my holding company. That's where I started first.
Hmm.
My first subsidiary is Canvas International because that's where that's where I started producing first. Because where I started my books, and then after that it's Canvaside, which is my apparel retail company, and then Sightfuse is my beverage company, and then at first I had the plushies and toys with Canvaside. But then I thought about it. I was like, actually, I want the toys to be their own entity too. So that's where Kevin's Land comes in at a later date, and to be like their own, like because Kevin's Land is like a toy name, like a toy land name. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so I was like, this is the land of toys. That's why it's called Kevin's Land. It's coming from me, but this is my land of toys and games and stuff, separate from the apparel. And so, but the fragrances will go on the Kevin side because that's
Hmm.
the retail with apparel, shoes, and well, technically the shoes technically the shoes go on the Kevin, so that's why I call it Kevin so footwear. But it's part of the same company.
Yeah.
But yes, I made the footwear I call Kevin so footwear because I wanted to produce something with Kevin so media. But Kevin side is for like the shirts, jackets, joggers, fragrances, and skincare. Because that's why if in the description of Kevisai you see a division called Chemistry World. I was like, I'm not going to make that its own incident. There's going to be a division of Kevisai, so it's going to be an extension of Kevisai.
Hmm.
So that's how I structure all my stuff. So that's why I split them up because I want them to have their own identity and their own purpose, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty extensive. I know
yeah.
we're coming up on like an hour 15, so I don't want to go too much more past the time. I don't want to keep you much longer because you definitely have a lot going on. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess I have just another question, business related, because we went through a lot of your creative endeavors. Because I guess it's all a creative endeavor, honestly, at heart. But from the time you started, and I
Mhm.
don't know how deep this is going to go or if it's going to be okay to ask entirely, but I just want to know,
Mhm.
like, since you have so many businesses, what does like your income look if you're able to sustain that as your main job? Like, starting out, like, how did it work to like build up to where it is now? Like, if you can answer that, like, no no pressure or anything, like.
Like I mentioned earlier, I started with family.
Hmm.
Like my family invest in me. That's how I started. I was like, that's a good question. I'm like, no one asked me that before. I'm like, I don't mind answering that. But I'm like, if best advice I give somebody, if you have family that believes in you, start there. I'm
Hmm.
like, start there because if they believe in you, they're going to invest in you. And then when they invest in you, budget that investment and make sure you manage your investment and budget out um, to a point where you can start producing something, but don't spend it all on one thing all at once, if that
Hmm.
makes sense. So the thing is investment management is what it is basically investment management because you have to be able to budget and manage very well to be able
Yeah.
to do anything producing wise.
Hmm.
And so luckily I have my sisters that teaches me money management, and my sister's also she has her company too, so she had gives me that knowledge. So I come from
Wow.
a family of business
Yeah.
because my mom has her business, my sister has her business, my other sister's a teacher, so I learn from different levels. My dad has his own business too, so that's how
Wow.
I've kind of been starting like family investment is what
Yeah.
it was. And also I did like side jobs like helping somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's literally how I started. And like, just I'm like, and plus I don't splurge like that. I'm like, I don't splurge, so I don't spend.
Yeah.
So that's also another thing. I don't spend like that. I was like, I'll buy what I need, and then I save everything else up.
Hmm.
And
That's
then I
awesome.
go and then I have a priority list. I'm saying, okay, let me get this done, or at least get to a part I know I'm satisfied with, even if it's like halfway done. And then I also have files on my laptop where I save files for like things that I write down to save for later, so I won't
Mm-hmm.
forget. Um, but yeah, I always say investment management. And also, I talked to my mentor. He said he tells me the same thing. Invest, also manage your stuff and budget out. Like he always tells me break it down. He said bills, personal, work, taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And he said and try real hard not to touch your taxes or your work. I mean, yeah, your taxes or your work or just your spending yourself. Yeah, because you never know what could happen. And also emergency, because you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
So he always said me break down your bank account like this and put certain amounts each time you get paid and save it up, let it build, keep building, and then when it's time you to produce something, put that certain amount to the side for that production, and then also market the hell out of your business to get that return back, and
Mm-hmm.
then do the same thing, invest management and break it down again. So it's a repeating cycle. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
And I can imagine you've seen growth because you seem to be a thriving entrepreneur to be able to release as much as you can, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my friend Dennis, who writes for me, he's been giving me like these different cons. Telling me about. He told me you're a local artist. Use that to your advantage. So I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
at like local stuff here in my city. About he like do workshops and like
Yeah.
to start getting that out there. And I told him, I was like, when I start going to Comic Cons, I'm not going to work. I'm going to be a fan. I was like, I've never been to cons yet, so I was like, I'm gonna go there to cons to be a fan, also to study how cons work,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I don't want to be there being stupid and trying to figure out what the heck to do while I'm there. I'm like, I want to go there first to experience as a fan because I've never
Yeah.
been, and also to see how the structure works. And just I'm like for like when I get to go, I'm like for the next few years, I'm gonna go into cons as a fan while
Yeah.
building my brand at the same time. I
That's,
was like,
I would say
so
that's a
yeah,
good way to do it because I
yeah.
started going as like a person who just enjoyed the environment. And I remember back in 2012, my first convention, I went with my dad and my best friend at the time. And it was like my first introduction to it. And I
Mm,
fell in love with it. It was like a place where they celebrated the culture I grew up loving, like the video games, the movies, the comics. They had a little bit of everything. And it was just like, you get addicted to it. And then it's easy
mm,
to see how like the cosplayers that get really into cons
yeah.
keep going to every single con that they can because it's almost like its own little. I don't know if I can say. I'm going to say it anyway. Drug. It's like it's a drug to some people, and I can like understand it because I
Yeah.
went like year after year after year. Me and my dad and my best friend up until my senior year of high school, and then after that, I just kind of fell away from it for a while until
Mm.
2020. Was it 2022 or 2021?
You're asking me.
Yeah,
I don't
it was. I think it
remember.
was 2020, 2022. Yes, because Tanner's Tales launched literally like a couple weeks right after we went back
Mm,
to my first con in like 6 years, and we went to Awesome Con in DC, and just like going back into the environment 6 years later, seeing what it like turned into and how much of a
mm,
it's really become more popular in society. Like this whole
mm,
pop culture, it's grown since the time I started going. Because I remember back when I started going, nobody really knew that there were Comic Cons in the local area. It was just like they were starting to really become more widespread. Well, they were always probably like that, but I'd say like the attention was starting to shift from San Diego and New York to, oh, hey, we have these in our community now. And now it's just like the local cons, you see so many people going to it, and they're starting to get bigger in their own right. Now you have cons that are starting to get up to, I wouldn't say entirely where San Diego, because no other con's ever going to be able to rival that. But they've also been the longest running. They've taken their time. They've perfected the convention scene. Like, they're not just a convention that you can just go shop at. It's like an experience. You have all the big name mainstream media there that put on like their own big experience presentation. It's like, to build something up like that takes time. But like all
Oh
the
yeah.
the smaller, more local cons are starting to get bigger to that point where they're like, you know what, we can start adding in new experiences, and it's really cool to see it. So when I came back to the environment and just clicked into it again, I'm like, man, I don't ever want to leave this. Like, I love these people. I love seeing the artists there, because that's really, you can connect with so many artists that are just out there pursuing their dreams, and that's really what lit this passion to connect with indie artists again. Like, that's when it sparked for me. That's when I can remember telling Case, like, these are the people that we need to connect with. These are the world changers right here, the people out here
Hmm.
pursuing their dreams. And it's like, Comic-Con, artists, people can overlook these people so easily, but it's like, no, you see that in them, and that dream, that passion that they have, that is what changes the world. And it's like, I want to spend my life finding a way to like make like a platform for these people to help get them out there, because like you said, mainstream is starting to really die out. It's sad to see, because there's so many brands that we've grown up with that we loved, and it's like now they're just milking it, and they don't even care about the story, the life.
Hmm.
They don't care about it. It's just like you can see it, and it's so sad. But yet at the same time, you're like, well, great, now we can actually have a chance, because they're getting lazy, and that's going to be their
Hmm.
downfall, because
Oh
we're going to
yeah.
be able to come up with all these new ideas, and they're going to be like, whoa, and indie is going to be the new mainstream. Indie stream is going to trump the mainstream, and I just know it. And that's why I feel like being a creative in this time, being an indie in this season, we're really help we're really helping to like spear point it. We are the ones that are helping to build this up so that we can give people this platform, that we can really just all band together and be like, let's do it. Like, it's
Hmm.
time. It's time that we realize like we can actually change this world. We can make it the way that we've always envisioned it to be. And we're the ones that believe. And that's what I'm really finding with this culture. So it's like it started with the cons, and you see that at the cons. You see so many artists out there that are just chasing it. So when you go, definitely, like, I would recommend, if you go as a fan, just go as a fan for as long as you feel like you want to. And the cool thing is after you start vending in these things, it doesn't change too much. And if you can get somebody to help you out at the table and stuff, you can still go
Hmm.
around and kind of like, do the fan things. And that's one of my favorite things. But I'm always by myself when I'm at the table, so it's like
Oh
I'm stuck at
wow.
the table sometimes. But it's nice. You can still interact with all the people, still get that magic in a different way, and I find that being on the other end of the table, I have a greater chance to impact people that come up to me in a positive way. Like, they can come up to me, they can talk to me about my comic, they can talk to me about Number Two Pencil Man, and I can have a chance to speak into their life, encouragement and passion to help them. I want to help them find their creative spark. That's kind of like a lot of what I do with Number Two Pencil Man with the pep talks. I call them pencil pep talks, and I just want to encourage people, because I know what it's like to lose my spark. I lost it after high school. I went into the 9 to 5 workshop or rat race, and I let it like die. I got to a point where I felt like life had no purpose, and then I
Hmm.
got brought back. I was like, you know what? There is something to this, and I came back, and ever since I found it again, I'm like, I don't want to lose it, and I want to help
Hmm.
people find it. So
Oh
let's
yeah.
do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's why I feel like we vibe so much. It's like you, me, this is a mission. It's like I would
Oh heck
I
yeah.
would be
Oh
more
heck
than
yeah.
happy to partner with you at any time. Like, if you ever have a project you think I would be good with, if you pitch it to me, I'm willing to work with you. Like, I am still growing my skill set, but I'll bring whatever I can, because I just want to do something that's gonna really make a positive impact.
Yeah. That's the same thing with me. I've always wanted to inspire people, and be there for people because people have been so pushed over for so long. And I'm like, I'm so tired of this. Like, I want to be that person that just help people. I'm like, I'm not going to gloat about it. I was
Yeah.
like, if you want to tell people about it, fine. I was like, it'll be humbling.
Hmm.
But I was like, I always go like, I'm just the messenger that God sent to help.
Yeah.
If someone tell me that I saved their life, I'm like, I didn't save your life, God did.
Hmm.
I can't take that credit. I was just a vessel He sent to help.
Yep.
So, but yeah,
I feel the same way. See, we vibe. See, the same thing that brought me back to my creative spark was I had an encounter with what I would call God. I call it like divine. I find ways that I can tell it that connects with different people, but it's just like I was at my lowest and he just showed up and was like, "You're not alone." And I'm like, "You know what? You're
yeah,
real. That means that there's something more for me out there." And
hmm
what I realized was the more was him reviving me to my fullest self and realizing that the dreams of my heart are what's really going to make an impact the most. And it's like,
oh yeah,
wow. And then like Pencil Man came about through that. Like that was not a plan of my own. That was like co-creation there. Like he's like, "Hey, don't forget about this." And he's like, "Haha, now you're a pencil superhero." And I'm like, "I guess I am." But I now going along with the ride, it's like I wouldn't want to be any other. I wouldn't want it to be any other way because I realized like this is so much more than I could have thought of. And I'm like, if I
hmm
would have came up with this idea, I could have easily just been like, "I don't know about that." But the fact that it just kind of happened and I got kind of like put into it, it's just like, ah, this is great.
yeah,
And honestly, like just going with the flow, like following the leading of it, that's what's really been the thing that keeps it opening up. So that's, I feel
oh
like
yeah,
all creators dance with it, and that's another reason why I feel so led to the indie creators. It's like they all dance around it and it's there, and that's what the spirit of life is. And it's like it's in what they do. They just, not everybody realizes how powerful it is yet.
oh yeah,
And that's
agreed.
what I love, and that's why I just feel so strongly about this. So yeah, I feel it, you and I, all of us, you vibe. But anyway, we're at an hour and a half. I'm gonna have to stop this tirade. Katie, do you have any other last things that you wanted to say or ask before I do the wrap up?
Well, even if I did, I wouldn't because of the time. But
Yes.
I don't know. Thanks
Oh,
for checking, though.
yeah. I just wanted to make sure, Kevin. This has been an amazing, enlightening interview. Like I am so inspired. I am
Wow,
so
thank you so
encouraged,
much.
and I cannot wait to see what you continue to do. Like I am going to be following the journey, and like I said, if there's any way that I can partner with you, I'm always here. Always feel free. You can call on me whenever, and if I can do something about it, I absolutely will. Um, but yeah, we're gonna wrap up the show now. So, Kevin, before we end, the last question I have to ask for you is: where can all of our viewers, audience members, find you?
You can find me on Instagram at I am Kevin Davis Official, and my business tags are in my bio of I am Kevin Davis Official. So right
Yeah, we'll
there,
put those in the description as well.
yeah. And also on Facebook at I am Kevin Davis CEO.
Very cool.
So
Yeah, everybody, you heard the words of this amazing person. Go check them out. Go support his business. Go read his comics. He's got so much to offer. And yeah, it's only the beginning. It just seems like he's just really starting. So this has been an exciting interview. And I guess now I'll do the wrap up things. So, Lemona, any other things from you that you want to share?
Well, in case you haven't seen any of the past episodes where I've said any of this, here you go. So I'm Lemona Bonneray. Happen to know this guy right here quite well. And I am new to the indie creator scene, but I'm currently focusing on a book of poetry that I'm working on, trying to get finished so that I can get it published. So that's really exciting. And I'm still working on the first volume of my graphic novel storyline. Haven't found my artist yet, but I'm sure I will at some point when I'm supposed to. And I feel like I'm forgetting something because I'm
Your
tired now.
content creation stuff?
No, well, I guess. I'm still working on like posting and trying to make videos and things. It's not my strong point, and I have a lot going on. So, but yeah, oh, that was the other thing. And I'm also, thank you.
Yeah.
Uh,
got there.
Also working on some spoken word poems that I am really hoping my one musician friend will help me turn into songs at some point. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. And do I need to say anything else?
We'll put her socials in the link, so
Thank you.
that way she doesn't have to think
Perfect.
too hard.
Thank
Yes,
you.
that's
That's all I
always
got.
super exciting. She's been doing a lot of work towards it, so I can say, like, get ready, because these poems, they've been flowing out of her. She's written, what, 17, 18 poems now?
At least.
Yeah, it's almost on a daily basis, which is incredible. So,
Beautiful.
yeah, you guys are going to be blown away. I get to listen to them because I get special husband treatment. What husband? I don't know who Lemona is. I'm married to a Katie. But it's amazing. So when she drops her album, her mixtape, her all of that good stuff, it's going to be awesome. And maybe we'll do some sneak peeks on here, for sure. And yeah, so definitely go check her out. Links in the bio as well. And then I am Tanner, also known as Number Two Pencil Man, everybody's beloved pencil superhero, which is crazy to think. You can find me on Tanner's Tales Entertainment.com is my website. My comic books are both available on there. Issue 1 and 2 of Number 2 Pencil Man. Issue 2 just came out in June, so we're still kind of fresh out of the gate with that one. It's been a wild ride. I have a couple library gigs left, or one library gig left this summer at the Mountville Library. So if you guys are in the Mountville area, come Monday, August 4th, for my last superhero workshop of the summer. I
Let's
say
go.
maybe last one. I mean, I'm hoping to get more here, but there will be things for kids to do, and parents, you'll be entertained too. So definitely come check that out. I'm reviving my YouTube channel, Tanner's Tales Entertainment, on YouTube. I started trying to post at least one video a week. The videos range from a video series called It Could Be Anything, where I do anything and everything within reason. It's a way for me to expand my horizons as a content creator and just put out new content. See what I enjoy doing, you know? It could be something as simple as me going through a thrift store trying to find the weirdest thing I can find, or even me going down a bunch of slides at a playground and rating them. So it's anything and anything and everything within reason. I'm not going to hurt myself, and I'm not going to hurt other people intentionally without consent. That being said, because I had to put that there. Or it can be a business vlog. I do post about my events. I'm getting caught up on those. So there's different things going on the Tanner's Tales YouTube channel, but we're bringing it back. We are slowly starting to bring that back, because that is something I love to do, and I want to bring it back to full strength. And maybe, who knows, maybe that will become a way that I can provide for myself and my family and my creative endeavors. So we got high hopes here. And of course, I also run all the stuff here on Dreamscape Imperium pretty much right now. Everybody's been a little busy, so I handle all the outreach and putting the podcast out. And we're working on some new stuff here. Super exciting. If you didn't catch the last episode with Jules the Great, we talked about a potential new series called Eating Music. And that is going to be a series which all the musicians that we interview, indie musicians, will have a chance. They can write us a menu for their music. What foods they would best describe their music as. And we're going to either make, buy, somehow get it, and we're going to try it while listening to the music, and we can see if we agree with it or not. Just a fun new idea. So, eating music. That'll be something Frey and I will probably be working on when Frey comes up to Pennsylvania, which is happening pretty much as we speak. He's in the process of moving up here, which is why he wasn't with us tonight. So that's going to be super exciting. We're also going to try to do some art skits on this channel as well, so stay tuned. Dreamscape Empyrean is going to start to grow as the thing that we always dreamed it to be. So that being said, if you enjoyed this episode, which is also on the Dreamscape Empyrean YouTube channel, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You guys already know the drill. Helps us grow and helps us build a greater platform for all these amazing indie creators to shine their stuff to the world, because ultimately it deserves to be seen, and we're here to help that however we can. So if you guys have been enjoying, please consider supporting us. And if you are an indie creator of any kind and you want to be on the show, I mean any kind of indie creator. We've had comic book artists, comic book creators, poets, novelists, musicians, clowns,
Businesses.
businesses, professional wrestlers, doctors of psychology, anything and everything that can be done indie can be on this show. So if you are anybody out there who's trying to do what you love and you just need a little bit of support, spotlight, hit us up. We'd love to have you on the show, and we'll do our best to get you scheduled. You'll be dealing with me directly, more than likely, because I am the outreach person for the group. So can't wait to connect with you guys. And with that being said, I'm going to turn it one more time over to Kevin. Kevin, do you have any last words for all the guests out there?
Make sure you subscribe to their channel.
Thank you, Kevin. Everybody, let's give it up for Kevin Davies. Oh, I hit the cheer button. I thought I hit the cheer button and it didn't go. Man, one of these days I'm going to get better with this soundboard. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Indie Synergy Exchange, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye. Hit the stop button.